Good morning, dear students. Now today we are going to start new chapter, that is chapter number 5, coal and petroleum. This chapter is too easy. When you will read this chapter, you also feel that is too easy. There is nothing in the chapter. Okay? Just it is based on the general knowledge. So let's be start. I will give you the brief of this chapter. You have to read each and everything. Okay, so let's we start from the introduction. In your previous class you must have studied about the resources. Okay, in social science also you may study about the resources. Okay, so we have mainly two types of resources, renewable and non-renewable resources, right? So renewable resources, it means what? Those resources we can use again and again. Okay, there is unlimited resources. Wherein non-renewable resources are this, some of the materials are available in the limit. Okay, there is a limit. That is called the non-renewable resources. Okay, you cannot reuse again. Okay, once you will use it, next time you cannot use it. Clear? So here also there is two types of natural resources, that is the inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. These two word I am giving you just key word for your remember, कि आप उसको अच्छे से याद रख सकते हो. ठीक है? इनएग्जॉस्टिबल रिसोर्सेज इट मीन्स नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज, सॉरी, renewable resources. Okay, you can connect with renewable resources, and exhaustible natural resources you can connect with the non-renewable resources. Okay, but do not write instead of exhaustible resources renewable resources. Okay, the inexhaustible natural resources, it means what? Those resources are present in the unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Now here exhausted, it means what? Using. ओके, ह्यूमंस यूज़ करने के बावजूद भी वो ख़त्म होगा नहीं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सनलाइट एंड एयर, we get sunlight continuously from the sun, air also, right? Then exhaustible natural resources you can connect with the non-renewable resources, but do not write non-renewable resources instead of exhaustible natural resources. Okay, now the amount of these resources in nature is limited, right? And they can be exhausted by human activities. If we human continuously use those resources at a certain period of time, it might happen that resources we cannot back again. Okay, so example of these resources are forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gases, etc. Now let me explain how these examples are called as the exhaustible natural resources. Now the forest, as you can see in the recent example, we can take the Amazon fire. Okay, so it's produced automatically, natural, right? Once the forest डिफॉरेस्टेशन होता है, देन फॉरेस्ट में अगर आग लग गई तो क्या होगा कि मैनी स्पीशीज आर गोइंग टू बी एक्सटिंक्ट एंड दैट वी कैन नॉट गेट अगेन. Then wildlife, there are also certain animals also that we cannot see in future. Minerals, coal, petroleum and natural gases, these examples are that we can get from the nature, but in a limited source, because उसको बनने में बहुत ज़्यादा time लगता है. It takes thousands and millions of years. Okay, so let we study about the coal and fossil fuels, then petrol, how we can get petrol, then natural gas, etc. Clear? Now next is the, here assume that the eatables in the container represents the total availability of an existable natural resources like coal, petroleum or natural gases. Now each group may have a different consumption pattern, right? Coal and petroleum, natural gases, उन सब का अलग अलग यूजेस है. ऐसा नहीं है कि तीनों के तीनों एक ही जगह पे एक ही साथ यूज होते हैं. They have a different consumption pattern. It may be that the earlier generation in some groups were concerned about the coming generation and left something for them. Nowadays we are using constantly coal, petroleum and natural gases. It may happen that in a future generation कि वो बचे ही नहीं, क्योंकि हमारा अभी से यूज़ ही इतना बढ़ गया है. यू कैन सी दैट पॉपुलेशन भी बढ़ रही है, देन उसका यूजेस भी बढ़ रहा है. देन पीपल्स आर नाउअडेज प्रीफर व्हीकल, और व्हीकल चलाने के लिए वी नीड पेट्रोल. Okay, now what we are going to study in this chapter, there are some exhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources, you know, sunlight and air. Okay, now in this we will going to study exhaustible natural resources in detail. कोल है तो हाउ कोल कैसे फॉर्म होता है, देन पेट्रोलियम, हाउ वी कैन गेट पेट्रोलियम, देन नेचुरल गैसेस. These were formed from the dead remains of living organisms. Okay, now here you have to underline it. These were formed from the dead remains of living organism, and that dead living organism called as the fossil fuels. Okay, that is called the fossil fuels. So you should keep it in mind that from where we get the coal, petroleum and natural gases. We get from the dead remains of living organism, that is called the fossil fuel. So today we are going to learn about the coal. Okay, you may have seen coal or hear about the coal, or some of you have used also. So you can define that it is a hard as a stone, it is black in color. Then coal is one of the fuels used to cook food. Okay, in ancient time the coal is only the fuels that by using that we can have these certain activities. Earlier it was used in a railway engines to produce steam to run engine. It is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Coal is used as a fuel in various industries. There are various uses of coal is given, that it is used in a cooking, in a railway to produce steam to run the engine, and in a thermal power to produce the electricity, and as a fuel in various industries. Now what is the story of coal? कोल कहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ, किसने फाइंड आउट किया, and how we can say this stone is known as the coal. About 300 million years ago, the earth had a dense forest in low-lying wetland area. Dense forest means what? एकदम घना जंगल जहाँ पे बहुत सारे ट्रीज होते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड द डेंस फॉरेस्ट. इन लो लाइंग वेटलैंड एरिया. वेटलैंड एरिया इट मीन्स व्हाट? जहाँ पे मॉइस्ट ज़्यादा रहता है. Okay, now due to natural processes like flooding, this forest got buried under the soil. आपको पता है कि फ्लड होता है तब क्या होता है कि जो फॉरेस्ट के मीन्स के ट्रीज, जो भी कुछ एनिमल्स, देन प्लांट्स, जो भी कुछ है वो सॉइल के अंदर चला जाता है. एज मोर सॉइल डिपॉजिट्स ओवर दैम दे वेर कंप्रेस्ड, उसका डिकम्पोजिशन हो जाता है. एंड द टेम्परेचर ऑल्सो रोज एज दे सैंक डीपर एंड डीपर. जैसे जैसे उस पर सॉइल के लेयर बढ़ते जाएंगे, कोई भी वो फॉसिल फ्यूल्स है उसके ऊपर जैसे सॉइल के लेयर बढ़ते जाएंगे वैसे वैसे उनका टेम्परेचर बढ़ता जाएगा, सॉइल के अंदर उनका टेम्परेचर बढ़ता जाएगा. Under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal, and as coal contained mainly carbon, okay, ब्लैक कलर क्यों है कोल का? बिकॉज देर इज अ प्रेजेंस ऑफ कार्बन. द स्लो प्रोसेस ऑफ कन्वर्जन ऑफ डेड vegetation into coal is called carbonization. This will be asked in the exam. What is carbonization? You should know. The slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Okay, since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is also called the fossil fuel because it is used in cooking, then railway engine, then thermal power plants to produce the electricity, etc. Okay, a coal mine is here. A coal mine picture is given wherein we can get the coal. Coal mine is nothing but in Gujarati it is called the kheen. When heated in air, coal burns and produce mainly carbon dioxide gas. जब भी हम कोल को जलाते हैं, then it produce the carbon dioxide gas. It will be asked in a one word that which gas is produced while burning the coal. That is the carbon dioxide. Then coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke, coal tar and coal gas. Coke, coal tar and coal gas are the products of the coal. Now let's we study this all the products in detail. First one is the coke. It is tough, porous and black substance. Porous, it means what? There is, you all have seen the sponge. Okay, in the sponge there are in the sponge there are small holes you can see. That is nothing but the porous. Okay, tough, porous and black substance. It is an almost pure form of carbon. It will be also asked in a one word that which name the pure form of carbon. That is the coke. Pure form of carbon. Coke is used in manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. Now next is the coal tar. It is a black. See, this all are the byproducts of the coal. So obviously this all the products, coke, coal tar and coal gas, it is in a black in color. So it is a black thick liquid with an unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of about 200 substances. Products obtained from coal tar are used as starting materials for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industries. It is a liquid form and it's a mixture of about 200 substances. Where it is used, coal tar, it is used in industries like a synthetic dye, drugs, explosive, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, etc. And interestingly, naphthalene balls used to repel moths and other insects are also obtained from the coal tar. Here the uses are given. It is used in the synthetic dye, drugs, explosive perfumes, plastics, plants, photographic materials and all. Here the orange note is given. This dyes butadiene, a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar for metalling the roads. Coal tar is also used in making roads. Then next is the coal gas. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. It is used as a fuel in many industries situated near the coal processing plant. Here one more information is given about the coal gas. was used for street lighting for the first time in London in 1810 and in the New York around 1820. Nowadays it is used as a source of heat rather than the light. Now mainly what is the use of coal gas? It is used as a fuel in many industries which is situated near the coal processing plant. So today we'll keep this much. We have studied about the coal and its byproducts, coke, coal tar and coal gas. In the next class we'll study about the petroleum and natural gases. Clear? So till that, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. God bless you all.